Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz. Balita, impormasyon at musika. AM at FM pinagsama. Ito ang Katropa Radio. Iba tayo.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa 1134 kHz. DWDD Katropa Radio. Iba tayo. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, Kapisanan ng mga Broadcaster ng Pilipinas.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz Katropa Radio. Iba tayo!
For a century and 20 years now, the Philippine Navy has consistently proven its worth as a dependable force, always ready in service of the Filipino people. From humble beginnings, our Navy has successfully gained its ground and continues to sustain its momentum towards becoming the Navy of the future, now under the leadership of the 37th Flag Officer in Command, Vice Admiral Robert Arugay Empedrad. Vice Admiral Empedrad is a proud member of PMA Sinagtala class of 1986. Aside from the formal education he acquired from PMA, he also studied other specialized courses. He completed U.S. Naval Staff Course at the U.S. Naval War College in Newport, Rhode Island, USA, Senior Strategic Leadership Course at the Defense Academy of United Kingdom in Shrivenham, Swindon, Riverine Warfare and Coastal Operations at Naval Education and Training Command in Colorado, USA, and Instructors Training Course, also in USA. He successfully commanded Philippine Navy vessels, BRP Felix Apolinario, BRP Abraham Campo, BRP Magat Salamat, BRP Iloilo, and BRP Dagupan City. He also successfully commanded Naval Task Groups 62.1 and 62.2, Naval Task Force 62, and Naval Task Force Seahawk, which efficiently and effectively responded during the onslaught of typhoons Sendong and Pablo. He also occupied various positions of major responsibility in the Philippine Navy, among which are Chief of Staff of Naval Forces Eastern Mindanao, Director, Naval Operations Center, Assistant Chief of Naval Staff for Intelligence, and 2, Deputy Commander of Naval Intelligence Security Force, Assistant Chief of Naval Staff for Personnel, and 1, Deputy Commander of Naval Forces Eastern Mindanao, Commander, Bonifacio Naval Station, Commander, Offshore Combat Force, Deputy Commander, Philippine Fleet, and Deputy Chief of Staff for Reservist and Retirees Affairs, J9. With proven competency in his naval service, he was designated in various collateral assignments. Among these are membership and chairmanship of the different boards of the Philippine Navy and the chairman of Defense Acquisition System Assessment Team, which oversees the weapon upgrade of 3 Jacinto-class patrol vessels, acquisition of BRP Andres Bonifacio and Pohang-class corvette, and the frigate acquisition project of the Philippine Navy under the AFP Modernization Program. Vice Admiral Empedrad has imbibed and lived by the core values of courage, integrity, and loyalty, which had served as the cornerstone of his progressive military career. Above all these, he always trusts God in everything he does. Bob, known to his friends, is happily married to Blesilda, and they are blessed with Jalome, their only child. Today, as we celebrate our founding anniversary, The Navy Chief is laying down his guidance as the Navy continues to sail forward under his watch.
Central to the mandate of the Philippine Navy is the operational readiness of all fleet marine units. Along this line, we need to identify and execute the major final outputs and ensure they can accomplish any given mission.
On human resource development, the FOIC-PN intends to pursue our thrust of developing a stronger civilian workforce, rationalize officer manning, and improve enlisted personnel fill-up of frontline units.
The fields of specialization will have to gain more ground for us to be a truly professional organization. Shipboard and field assignments, plus operational duties on the frontline units of each field of specialization will be given utmost priority. Recruitment, training, capacity building, assignment, reassignment, and rotation of personnel will have to be anchored within each field of specialization. Our enlisted ranks will have to also focus more on their respective ratings and less on non-critical function that may be sourced out. I also want a shift in civilian employee capabilities from general human resource management towards specialization along the core function of the Philippine Navy.
The FOIC-PN also intends to capacitate the PN Reserve Force and develop it to mirror the active component, not only in organization, but more importantly in capability.
The seamless integration of the reserve and active force shall include training and mobilization in preparation for most likely scenarios where they will be utilized. The reserve force shall be employed as effective strategic communication agents to increase public awareness about the Philippine Navy.
On capability development, the upgrade program will focus on the total package that includes warfare, command and control, and support and sustainment systems.
The frigates will be a significant milestone in our history. It is the most modern and powerful ship of our Navy. So I want a systems approach as we prepare for their arrival in 2020. The Philippine Fleet shall select and train projected crew, while the Naval Sea Systems Command shall ensure their readiness to operate and maintain major subsystems, machineries, more importantly, the weapon systems and sensors. The Naval Installation Command, on the other hand, shall ensure the availability of base support systems and integrated logistics support. The Navy shall also prepare for the arrival of the Opohang-class ship, and we shall continue upgrade programs for Jacinto-class and Del Pilar-class vessels and utilize them as transformational platforms for training and capacity building of our personnel.
On leadership, the FOIC-PN aims for greater involvement of the PN senior leaders in the strategic management of the naval organization.
The Bible says, plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisors they succeed. And so I would like to regularly solicit the advices from former flag officers in command, Philippine Navy, former commandant of the Philippine Marine Corps, and subject matter experts in the field of naval warfare. We shall continue engaging our board of advisors and other well-meaning individuals. I also intend to continue with the regular leadership lecture series and strategic dialogues involving our internal and external stakeholders.
Vice Admiral Empedrad calls upon all members of our organization to be transparent in all undertakings as the first step in developing a climate of trust.
In line with the pronouncement of President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, graft and corruption shall have no place in the Philippine Navy. I want to have a transparent procurement system In doing so, we have to continually educate our workforce on RA 9184, develop subject matter experts to handle the bids and awards function, and we shall capacitate the technical working groups members to be experts on their respective fields. The guidance that I just laid down to you will serve as pillar of my stint for 2018. It will be monitored to determine progress and improved as necessary. I enjoin everyone that your voice be heard and to contribute in making the Philippine Navy the organization we all can truly proud of. Happy anniversary and God bless us all.
Maaari kayong magbigay ng inyong mga komento, ng inyong mga katanungan para po sa aming panauhin ngayon. Alam nyo mga kaibigan, hindi po ito ang first time niya dito po sa palatuntunan ang inyong armed forces. Pero ito po ang unang pagkakataon na siya naman ay makakasama natin bilang pinuno ng Philippine Navy. At partner, syempre, ang aking tinutukoy, maaari mo nang ipakilala, syempre.
Okay, karangalan ho namin na makasama at pakilala sa inyo ngayong hapon ng amin hong panauhin na siya ring guest of honor dito sa formal relaunching ng ating AFP Virtual Radio and Television. Sa atin mga katropa, ang aming tinutukoy, wala pong iba kundi si Vice Admiral Robert Arugay Empedrad, AFP, ika-37 Flag Officer in Command ng Philippine Navy. Magandang hapon, sir.
Magandang hapon, sir.
Magandang hapon, Bel and Nick. And,
Yes, sir.
Ako ay nagpapasalamat at inimbitan niyo ako bilang guest of honor dito sa relaunching ng tinatawag nating AFP Virtual TV. And I would like to congratulate yung inyong
Thank you, sir.
team, sa pangunguna ng inyong commander, Major General Ben Datuin, for this relaunching and for inviting me as your guest of honor for this afternoon.
Maraming salamat, sir, sa pagpapaunlak. At siguro, ibato ko na yung unang katanungan. Ano? Sir, gusto ko lang kumustahin ang unang 6 na buwan ng iyong pamumuno sa bilang Flag Officer in Command dito po sa Philippine Navy.
Teka, Ate Bel, sisingit ko lang. Yung pagpunta mo rito, sir, pangatlo na ngayon, pero ito yung first time mo na,
Yes.
ano,
Yeah.
na
Ito
as
yung una,
point.
Right.
Teka muna, nung pumunta ka rito, sir, hindi pa ganito yan eh.
Hindi
Hindi
ganito
pa.
kaganda.
Hindi
Gusto ko
pa
mo lang,
talaga.
kumustahin ko muna.
sige, unahin natin
How
yun.
do you feel the ambience?
Kumusta ang pakiramdam mo, sir, ngayon sa pangatlong pagkakataon na pagbisita mo at unang beses mo makita ito?
Maaliwalas at saka
Maaliwalas.
it feels relaxed. Kaya,
Ganun ba, sir?
Kaya napapasalamat ako at ako inimbitan niyo para sa oras na to.
Class 86 ka, sir, ano?
Yes.
So, mista kayo ni General Datuin. So,
Yes.
ganun ba talaga meticuloso ba ang mga 86 pagdating sa mga ganyang cleanliness? Beautification.
maganda kasi yung samahan ng 86, even when we were cadets. We went through a lot of things na nagkaroon ng magandang bonding because of what happened in the academy. At nadala namin yung friendship namin as a class. And siyempre, pag nag-uusap na kami, nakukuha namin yung mga gandang ginagawa ng ibang classmate namin, na-adapt din namin.
Natatanda ko na sinabi kasi ni General Datuino na paano ka makakapagtrabaho ng maganda kung ang paligid mo hindi ka aya-aya. Kaya siguro may beautification program siyang ganun.
Tama. And it feels relaxed. Ang ganda ng pakiramdam.
Palagay ko, mawiwili kayong bumalik dito, sir. No?
Sana, no? We're hoping.
Sige, Ate Ben, yung
so,
mga question
yun,
mo.
sir, pagdating naman dun sa, and siguro yung sa pangumusta ko dun po sa yung unang 6 na buwan na panunungkulan bilang Flag Officer in Command ng Philippine Navy, at kasama rin po ba yung beautification nga dahil nabanggit na rin ang ating katropang Nick. Opo, sir.
The first 6 months of my stint as the Flag Officer in Command is very challenging because alam niyo naman napakaraming we are in the stage of modernizing our Navy at very aggressive because of the support of the President and our beloved Secretary of National Defense. In fact, yung modernization of the Navy is very unique because mostly equipment yung nabibili namin. These are new capabilities na hindi pa namin wala pa kami noon. And so it's very challenging because it's not about just acquiring equipment. What is more important is how to prepare our personnel, training ng personnel, and then how to prepare our Navy para pagdating nitong ating mga new equipment, kaya namin i-operate, kaya namin i-maintain, at kaya namin i-sustain. So, kailangan ayusin yung mga bases, and halimbawa, yung mga barko na parating, mayroon torpedoes and missiles. Sa ngayon, wala pa kaming storage for missiles and torpedoes. So, it's very, very challenging. So, kaya ang ginawa ko is focus on personnel, on how to maintain and sustain doctrines, protocols. Halimbawa, sinong puputok ng missile? Sinong puputok ng torpedo?
Walang marunong.
wala kaming doctrines on that aspect. So we created a lot of technical working group para magtrabaho sa bawat aspekto ng because our frigate is worth 8 billion each. Yung helicopter na may torpedoes is worth 2.75 billion. So we are talking of billions of equipment na kung hindi natin ihanda yung organization, i-waste lang natin. Masisira lang natin.
Ang ibig mo sabihin na Admiral, ang modernization na dapat sabay, equipment at yung personnel.
Yes, dapat parallel yung preparation. What we have been doing in the past is kuha lang tayo ng equipment and then sinisira din natin. Sa ngayon, meron tayong 5 barko na malalalim yung draft. Wala tayong matatabihan. So, ang nangyayari is laging naka-anchor sa dagat. So, umaandar yung mga makina, napapagod yung mga personnel. And that's, we should develop, ayusin natin yun.
And how are we going to address this, sir?
We need a lot of budget to fund our programs like base support development. Yung isang base natin sa Sangli na ayusin namin, kailangan namin mga 11 billion pesos. It's not just yung million ang halaga nito.
Yes, sir.
And we need storage for our torpedoes and missiles. And yung ginawa namin na study requires 7 billion. So we need a lot of funds to support the upgrade of our capability.
Pero meron kayong mga nakikita na pwedeng gawing storage nung sinasabi
Meron.
niyo?
Isa sa mga nakikita namin is Caballo Island. Subic is one option also and Cebu is one option. So we cannot put all our missiles and torpedoes in one place.
In one place.
Kasi pag tinira, wala na.
Wala.
So we have to distribute them
Sa iba't ibang lugar.
So yun.
Okay. Sir, in the next 12 months, siguro, dun muna tayo sa mga, yung susunod na 12 buwan. Ano po yung mga magiging focus mo sa iyong pamumuno in terms of siguro sa personnel at saka siguro sir dun nga sa pagpapatuloy ng modernization?
Una-una sa personnel,
Yes.
in my command guidance, ang sinabi ko, specialized tayo. Technical ang kailangan
Technical.
natin. So if we want engineers, we want computer experts, and we want people who can operate and maintain weapon system na first time lang tayo magkakaroon ng ganun. Katulad ng surface-to-air missiles,
Yun nga.
torpedoes,
Yes, sir.
tapos yung surface-to-surface missiles. Katunayan nga, itong July, we might be testing our very first missile aboard our small ships, yung MPAC. So, the President would like to see that, the testing of our very first missile. And so, hindi mo pwedeng basta-basta ilagay lang yung mga tao na yun. Walang alam dyan. So we
Missile
have
ang
to-
pinag-uusapan natin
missile
dito.
ang pinag-usapan.
Oo.
And then we have to secure that. Hindi katulad nun, yung barko namin, tatabi ka lang sa pier, na hindi mo masyadong sinesecure. Now, we have to secure them because one missile costs 10 million pesos.
Yes.
Grabe, ano?
And yung torpedoes at saka yung malaking surface-to-surface missiles cost 100 million pesos each. Oo. Oh, kaya yung pag-secure ng mga big ticket equipment natin is also as important as acquiring them.
At least hindi na katulad nung dati kinakantsawan nila tayo na ang meron tayo kuitis. Ngayon may missile na tayo.
May missile na tayo.
Ayan.
And we're hoping that we will be able to successfully test it. And pag naging maganda yung testing, then we will acquire more ships with missile capability.
Yan naman yung sinasabi sir ni President Duterte dun sa 120th anniversary ng Philippine Navy noon na parang ang nabigyan ng focus yung modernization ng Philippine Navy.
Yes. President was our guest of honor during the 120th Navy anniversary.
Yes.
And we came up with the capability demonstration ng aming
Yeah.
Marines because Marines is part of the Navy.
Yes, sir.
Tandaan natin yan. At yun yung very powerful force that we have, the Fleet Marine team.
Yes sir.
Na it can be launched from sea and very potent force of the Philippine Navy. And also yung Naval Special Operations Group, yung SEAL natin, nagpakita ng capability demonstration. And we did a fleet review of all our ships inventory, our aircrafts, and na-acquire natin, which are new capability of the Philippine Navy. So sa tuwa nga ni President, and I think I remember the National Security Advisor told me that the President is very inclined to support our submarine acquisition program.
Actually, ilang araw lang sir, meron nang lumabas na naghahanap na si Secretary Lorenzana about submarine.
Yes.
Meron ba tayong
Yes, meron na
marunong
kaming
mag-operate,
nag-create na kami ng sa Philippine Navy yung tinatawag na submarine group.
Oo.
We already created and we are already sending people outside abroad for
To learn.
training in preparation of the acquisition of submarine kasi ang pag-acquire ng submarine will take you 7 to 10 years.
7 to 10 years. So,
Yes,
ibig sabihin,
so,
matagal
grabe, no?
pa, no? So, yung mga ginagawa nyo po ngayon talaga ng mga pagpaplano and even the training, ito ay pakikinabangan ng Philippine
Yes,
Navy
yes.
7 to 10 years
And
from
that
now.
all my intention to support this project kasi
Yes.
katulad nung sinabi ko nung Senate hearing that ang trend ngayon is submarine warfare.
Oo.
Yes.
And because it's very hard to fight an enemy that you cannot see. Ang hirap kasing i-detect ang submarine. I just attended the future surface fleet conference in London a week ago. At ang trend ngayon is modern navies
Yes.
is now nagpapalit na sila ng strategy. It's now more on anti-submarine warfare kasi a lot of countries are building their submarines.
That's right.
So we have to develop also yung capability kung saan, paano sila i-detect.
Yes, sir.
So lahat ng mga barko nila
Oh.
naka-focus on how to fight or against the submarine.
Submarine.
So we buy submarines,
Yes.
we also buy anti-submarine
That's
ships.
right. So ngayon sabay na dahil wala pang submarine ng Philippine Navy,
Opo.
bago pa magkaroon ng submarines ay pag-aaralan nyo na rin or isasabay nyo na rin ang anti-submarine.
Our frigates that will be delivered in March 2020,
2020.
anti-submarine warfare na yan.
Yan.
Meron na siyang torpedoes.
Okay.
And even yung helicopter na ide-deliver ng
Yes, sir.
UK company
That's right.
in March next year
Oo.
are anti-submarine warfare helicopter. May torpedoes na yan.
So ito sir, kasi mukhang ang sinasabi kasi natin, binabanggit namin actually ang Philippine Navy ay parang mini AFP yan. Kasi meron kayong air
Yes.
component, meron kayong
Yes.
land component, and syempre meron kayong sea components. Ano po. So in terms of ito pong mga aircrafts nito, ano ba ang ating mga bagong acquisitions sa ngayon sir?
We just received 5 TC-90s from
TC-90.
Japan. And nung last visit ko sa Japan, ang sabi ng kanilang Chief of Navy, he's inclined to give us more of the aircraft na binigay nila sa atin. So 3 aircraft na ngayon is in operation. Yung 2, pipinturahan pa natin and nalagyan pa natin ng avionics. But these 5 aircraft will form part of our HHDR capability, yung surveillance. Kasi itong TC-90, pwede na siya makarating sa Philippine Rise, as far as Philippine Rise.
Okay.
Mahaba yung kaya niyang
Lakbayin.
i-cover, i-survey. So, ito yung magagamit natin. Hindi naman niya ipapalitan yung ating Cessna, nating Islander, but it will definitely help our capability.
Sir, sa Horizon 2 ng AFP Modernization Program, if given a chance or the power kayo, alin ang gusto ninyong i-priority o unahin na ma-acquire ng Philippine Navy?
First of all, tuloy pa rin naman yung acquisition natin ng frigate. In fact, yung 2 frigate na parating sa 2020, 6 yung plano natin bilhin na frigate. And yung na-approve din sa second horizon is we will going to procure 2 corvettes.
Yun, medyo mahal daw yun.
2 corvettes and 6 offshore patrol vessels. So, lots of ships, capabilities na i-acquire natin. Pero, more importantly, gusto sana namin makuha yung submarines. So, because it's a strategic deterrence to other navies in the world.
That's right.
Doon sa
Kasi
mga...
kung alam nilang may navy, yung submarines ka,
hindi
they will
basta-basta.
start to respect the Philippine
That's
Navy.
right.
Doon sa mga acquisition natin, sir, ang dami na, no? Nakakagulat na kasi parang ibang-iba na ang Philippine Navy natin ngayon, sir. Ngayon, sir, ano ang dapat i-expect ng mamamayan sa Philippine Navy?
Well, then we have to be a disciplined and professional people. Kasi hindi pwedeng pakaangka-angka because you're manning billions of pesos. Of taxpayers' money in the organization. Ngayon, kung ang magmaman dyan ay hindi properly trained, hindi competent, hindi namin papayagan yun. That's why one of my my command guidance in recruiting future Navy enlisted and officers, yung mga skilled engineers, yung may capability, and we get the bright ones.
Yes.
Not only the bright ones, the bright ones that we need
Yes,
to
sir.
man our ships and helicopters.
Yes, sir. But as of course the flag officer in command, how can you encourage yung the best out there po talaga na pumunta sa Navy? How would you like to address them? Baka you might want to personally address them, sir.
Oh, well, mga kababayan kong Pilipino, kung Pilipina, kung gusto niyo maging part ng Navy, which is a very, very, I think the best branch of service of the armed forces, very disciplined, very professional organization. And as we acquire, ito nga yung sinasabi ni Bell, that we are only the only branch of service that has a small army in the Marines,
Yes.
and a small air force in the Naval Air Group, and a huge Navy in the Philippine Fleet. So this is a three-dimensional armed forces branch of service. At marami kaming capability na i-acquire ngayon.
Yes.
And sabi nga nila, join the Navy and we'll see the world.
See the world.
In fact,
yes.
two of our ship is now going to Hawaii.
Yes. The Rim of the Pacific.
Rim of Pacific
Yes, sir. Ayan,
exercise.
that's really
It's
very exciting.
a multilateral naval exercise that will be that involves 30 foreign navies.
Right, sir.
And this is the very first time that we will be sending 2 ships, 1 helicopter and 600 sailors and marines.
Yes,
Very
sir.
excited sila. Actually, nasa Pacific Ocean na sila ngayon and they are sailing in a good weather condition.
Yes, and according to them, sir, na parang meron yatang initiative ang Philippine Navy na parang yung group sail, na parang
Yes.
pagdating nila sa isang stopover, ay they will be joined by other navies from other countries. Tapos sabay-sabay silang pupunta sa
ng
Hawaii. So ang pagdating
Right.
talaga nila ron ay parang convoy. Ito,
Yes,
sir,
ma'am.
paano ninyong, ito yung initiative daw ng Philippine Navy. So how did you come up with this,
Ang
sir?
ganda, no?
This is a very challenging program that we had. In fact,
Yes.
umalis sila from Cebu.
Yes, sir.
Merong dumating na Malaysian ships.
Right.
So, we had a meeting
kasabay
with
na sila.
my foreign counterparts.
Yes.
If we can do so. Kaya nga nung umalis sila dito, kasama na nila yung Malaysian
Yes.
ships. So
Sabay na sila.
when they reach Guam, they will be joined by I think Japanese and Indonesian.
So padami ng padami sila.
Padami ng
Magano.
padami. And they're doing a lot of
parang
exercise.
Yes.
Exciting nga eh. Alam mo, itong mga sailors and marines natin, they will be seeing a live firing of torpedoes and missiles.
Right. So ito exposure na, sir, dun sa
Yes, yes.
ma-acquire ninyo later on, di ba?
Dati kasi,
Yes,
yung
sir.
mga barko natin hanggang dito lang sa Pilipinas. Now,
Malayo
we are
na.
now
First time, no?
world,
First time po itong gagawin.
In fact, may invitation tayo sa Russia
Yes.
na kung pwede magpadala tayo ng barko natin sa kanila. And we'll be sending ship to Russia in first quarter. And we are sending a lot of ships to other multilateral exercise around the region.
Yung RIMPAC ba, sir? Ano?
Ramdam na nila talaga ang Philippine Navy.
Yung RIMPAC, sir, regular ba na uma-attend ang Navy natin
Yes.
dyan?
As observers.
Yung RIMPAC, nagpupunta lang tayo doon as observers. We don't
Okay.
send troops.
Ah.
This is the first time that we are
Meron.
sending troops. Hindi lang sailors, we are also sending marines to perform amphibious operations. Kasi yun yung core competent ng one of the core competencies of the Navy is the amphibious operations.
That's right.
We do amphibious operations with the Marines. We don't do amphibious operations with the Army.
Yes.
So, kaya nga yung Marines and Navy, they always
Isa.
go together.
Yes. And
Hindi pwedeng maghiwalay yan, ha?
that's true. Oo naman. Clean tandem talaga, no? Okay. And sir, I understand that yung mga nagbibiyahe na ngayon papunta ng Hawaii ay nagkaroon po ng special activity yata in
Yes.
connection with the 120th Independence Day celebration. At meron yata tayong video, no, na maaring ipakita. Panoorin po natin ito, mga kaibigan, at let us be proud as Filipinos na meron po tayo for the first time magpa-participate po ang Philippine Navy sa Rim of the Pacific sa Hawaii. At pero habang sila po ay nagbabiyahe, mga kaibigan, patuloy ang kanilang ang training, at isa po naman sa kanilang mensahe habang sila po ay papunta ng Hawaii ay ito pong video na ginawa nila para po naman alalahanin ang Philippine Independence Day kahapon.
From the officers and men of Naval Task Force 86,
Congratulations ha. Congratulations po sa lahat ng ating contingent po doon sa RIMPAC.
Pwede na ngayon na kahit nandun sila sa malayo.
Nandun sila. Sir, how do you feel?
Yun ang technology, yung advanced technology.
Diba? We're very proud po.
Of course, as a flag officer in command, you can never be prouder.
That's right. Ano po?
Nakikita mo yung 600 sailors and marines crossing the Pacific Ocean.
That's right.
In fact, nadaanan nila yung nung nade-develop pa si Domeng, yung Typhoon Domeng.
Yes, sir. Oo nga.
Inabutan sila ng maalon.
Pero kumusta yung barko natin kahit yung malalaki alon?
The ships are,
Kaya.
kahit malalaking alon,
Kaya
they are
nila,
designed for that.
Kaya talaga.
Nahilo lang sila.
So nakakapangilabot na makita yung ganun kahit nasa gitna ka ng karagatan tapos maalala mo, tingnan mo na Independence Day natin ngayon, gawa tayo ng participation natin, di ba?
They celebrated Independence Day in the middle of the sea.
Yun na
That's
nga.
right.
Oo, kaya ang gandang tingnan.
Yes. And I understand, sir, na habang papunta sila ron, may mga activities pa rin talaga silang ginagawa, ano? In
Yes.
preparation for the RIMPAC itself.
Right. Kasi they will be meeting with the ships from Indonesia and Japan,
That's right.
Navy. Kasama nila Malaysia. Along the way, they do some exercises. So, yung kumukuha ng video
kanina,
na na-provide kanina came from our helicopters that
Yung
is
mga
on board sa
yung
barko.
mga air
Kasama
shot.
siya dun.
And
sa exercise
yung
na.
pag join natin dun sa RIMPAC na sir, hindi naman basta-basta mag-join ka lang dun na para kang maglalaro, kundi para i-prove mo sa kanila yung kakayahan natin para mapalakasin yung interoperability ng bawat mga bansang kasama dyan.
Tama yun. Kasi mahalaga yung makapag-interoperate tayo with other navies.
Correct.
Because when there is massive disasters, when we need, there is kung may problema, then we can help each other because we are friends anyway.
Parang ang nangyayari na yata yan, sir, kasi ang pagkatanda ko, meron na tayong parang yung boundaries na agreement nitong
With
Malaysia.
Indonesia and Malaysia.
Ganun,
Yes.
para yung mga paghabol natin sa mga pirata dyan o terrorism. So kahit pumasok ka dun sa boundary, kung in action ka, okay lang.
Yes. So meron tayong tripartite agreement with Indonesia and Malaysia in Mindanao. So kung ano man yung makita nila sa kanilang monitor, they can pass it through us. So kung saan napupunta yung enemy, yung identified enemy, we can interdict.
Oo.
Yes.
So kung umalis sa kanilang bansa, dumaan sa atin, ipasa sa atin, then we
So
interdict din.
kaya nalilimitahan ngayon yung entry and exit ng mga
And
drugs
so
or kung
we
ano man.
secure yung choke points na
Choke
yung
point.
important sea lanes na yun.
Oo.
So and that's very important
Correct,
for
oo.
our country para yung pirata ay maiwasan.
Actually, hindi
in the
lang
other
yung
part.
tatlong bansa, makikinabang sila pare-pareho
Yes,
dyan. Di ba,
I
sir?
agree.
Oo.
So ito yung ginagawa natin. We have bilateral agreements with other foreign navies, and
Yes,
we
sir.
also have multilateral engagement with other
Yeah.
navies.
So, ano po, sir? Bukod dun sa Russia, yung invitation ng Russia, meron pa ba tayong mga bilateral exercises?
Yes, we have a bilateral exercise with Indonesia.
Indonesia.
So, nagkakandak tayo ng joint naval operation in the joint border areas in eastern Mindanao. Then we also have one with Malaysia. We also have with Australia. And now, nag-establish na kami ng staff-to-staff engagement with the Japanese Navy and also with the Korean Navy. Kasi marami na tayo na-acquire na capability from Korea.
Korea.
And now, Japan is engaging us. So, nakausap ko nga yung Chief of Navy. They are willing to support us in our upgrade program. Even Russian Navy is very supportive for our upgrade program.
I understand, sir, merong 3 barko yata ng Russia yung bumisita.
Nandiyan,
Recently lang, andito
nandiyan
pa,
ngayon
no?
yung the other night I had a dinner with all the sailors and crew of the 3 ships.
Anong klase yan, sir? Bodal fight ba yan o
Hindi, merong parang informal gathering. And then tonight, we will tender them a dinner reception
I
in the
see.
headquarters Philippine Navy. In fact, nung 120th Independence Parade sa Luneta,
Yes, sir.
pumunta yung 25 Russian crew. They
Sabi nga,
watched
sir,
our Independence Day Parade.
Yes.
And
natutuwa
sabi nga
nga
na...
si Secretary Cayetano, nakipag-picture pa nga siya sa delegation ng Russians eh.
And sabi nga sir, bago mag-call sa inyo, dumaan pa dun sa monumento ni Gato Jose Rizal parang nag-courtesy
Yes,
din doon.
yes. And they are very happy to
Nakakatuwa
be...
yung ganun.
Tutuwa sila dito. And then, nakita nila yung importance sila when we invited them sa Independence Parade.
Okay.
Tapos nagpa-picture pa si Secretary Cayetano sa kanila.
Sa kanila.
So they are very happy indeed.
Okay, bago natin ipagpatuloy ang ating
Sige,
siguro we're down to our last 3 questions po mga
Yes.
kaibigan. Pero nais lamang po namin ipahatid din po kay Vice Admiral Empedrad ang mga mensahe po ng mga nanonood sa atin. According to Geoff Tran, sabi po niya dapat strong ang defense natin sa territorial ng Pilipinas through the strong support of Philippine Navy. Most of all, dapat advance ang gamit nating pagdigma, which is nandun na po tayo. Di po, malapit na po tayo magkaroon ng submarines and of course, mga
Yes.
binabanggit yung missiles kanina. Ano po? So, ano pa po ba para...
Alam niyo, we are a maritime country.
Yes po.
And actually, our coastline is twice as big as that of the United States.
Yeah.
Okay.
And our yung maritime waters natin, the entire maritime waters, including EEZ, is 7 times larger than our land mass.
Wow.
We have
Okay.
7,100 islands, and that is we are fifth that has that many islands.
Yes.
And alam mo yung sea-going world, number 2 number 2 tayo sa nagpo-produce ng seafarers around the world.
Okay.
I see.
So, our national interest is not only within the Philippine territory, but even globally. Kaya nga nagpapadala tayo ng contingent natin once in a while doon sa UN
Yes.
to support our people na na-involved sa involved sa piracy.
Yes, sir.
That's why we need a strong navy to protect the national interests of our country, not only within the territorial waters of our country, but even globally. It extends
Ate
globally.
Bel, i-acknowledge ko lang yung pagdating ni Major General Santos ng 7th Infantry
Ayan.
Division.
Magandang hapon,
sir.
sir.
Magmimista, sir.
Welcome.
Mukhang magre-reunion yung magmimista rito.
Ayan. Okay. May isa pang mensahe rito, sabi ni Rexley Wagon, Billy Submarine at Attack Helicopter. Sir, ano masasabi mo?
We have
Doing it.
we have attack helicopters already.
Yes.
109. These were used during the Marawi crisis. And maganda yung performance. May night capability pa yan. Infrared capability. And we will be receiving 2 anti-submarine warfare helicopters with torpedoes. Ang design niyan is to anti-submarine warfare helicopters yan eh.
Yes, sir.
So,
Sir, merong isang last question ko na lang sir bago tayo magtapos. Merong isang mambabatas na hindi naman kailangan sa inyo, huwag natin banggitin yung pangalan, na very consistent sa pag-atake sa Armed Forces of the Philippines na low moral ngayon ng mga sundalo dahil doon sa mga nangyayari doon sa West Philippine Sea. But then, sabi ni Colonel Detoyato, walang katotohanan niyan. Ang moral ng AFP, actually high moral doon sa kanilang internal reform, sa mga equipment na modernization, yung pag-upgrade nila. So walang rason para low moral. Kayo sir sa Philippine Navy, kayo ang pinuno ng Philippine Navy, kayo ang nakakakita doon sa inyong mga tauhan. Paano nyo i-describe ang moral ng ating mga Philippine Navy?
Walang reason na maging low moral ang Armed Forces of the Philippines. We have
Yes,
a
sir.
very loving president to the Armed Forces.
Okay.
Tinaasan niya yung sweldo natin. And nagbigay siya ng support sa ating medical facilities. Ang daming tinatayo na medical facilities. And he provides for the medicines once na nakasakit ka. And hindi lang yan. Pagka na-involve ka sa encounter, he gives you rewards. Not only yung award na nare-receive namin, even monetary awards.
And personally, dinadalaw
He takes care of our family. And he supports the upgrade program of our Navy. Sabi nga ng Navy personnel, this is a very exciting time in the history of the Philippines because we are acquiring a lot of capabilities. Kaya nga yung ginagawa namin ngayon, yung mga lumang mga barko namin, nire-retire na rin namin. Because dati, pag bumibisita ka sa US, punta ka sa barko nila or other foreign navies, malulungkot ka pag naalala mo yung barko mo eh.
That's right.
But now, we are acquiring lots of capabilities. Masaya yung ating Navy. Ang sabi nung isang officer ko
Yes, sir.
we are in a very exciting times.
At saka
Yes.
nare-recognize tayo ngayon.
Oo. At saka nasasabi mong, meron na rin
Navy
kami
ako.
yan.
Philippine Navy ako, di ba?
Yes.
Dati nung pagka
Yes.
nagkakatabi yung mga barko natin, parang, teka muna, dito natin igarahe.
So kung ako magde-describe
Ngayon, sir.
ng morale and
Yes, sir.
welfare,
Ngayon,
it's super high.
Super high.
We're very excited. We're very
Yes.
happy.
At least yun, galing sa inyo na pinuno ng Philippine Navy, marinig ng tao doon sa mga walang yung lagi nilang ginagamit yan ng mga kasangkapan para ganito,
Nakita niyo
ganyan.
naman yung nasa dagat kayo,
That's
di ba?
true. Yung napanood nyo kanina, mga
Masaya-masaya
kaibigan
sila,
talaga,
yes.
di ba? Yung show of capabilities ng Philippine Navy. At ngayon bilang panghuli na ito, partner, sir, ano po ang masasabi niyo, ang mensahe ninyo sa atin pong mga nanonood ngayon at syempre sa kapwa po ninyo, sa mga sailors and sa mga marino ng
Unang-una sa
Philippine
lahat, ang sabi ng ating presidente, walang graft and corruption sa armed forces. And the Navy will always support that. Marami na kaming ginagawang programa to get rid the Navy of graft and corruption.
Okay.
And pangalawa, siyempre, professionalism and discipline is very important to me. And to train our personnel para pagdating ng mga torpedoes, mga frigates, submarines, kaya namin i-manage, kaya namin i-sustain at i-operate yung mga bagong capability na to. At inanyayahan ko rin lahat ng ating mga bataang Pilipino, kung gusto nyo mag-join ng Navy, meron tayong website. You just open the website and all the requirements are there. And very exciting. If you want to see the world, join the Navy.
yun.
If you want to be a pilot, join the Navy.
Yes.
If you want to be a skillful technician, join the Navy. We have all the capabilities.
Yes.
If you want to be a good musician, punta ka rin sa Navy.
Join the Navy and see the world, di ba,
Yes.
sir? Yan talaga.
Just to emphasize
Yes.
that again, we are a maritime nation and ang kailangan natin ang Navy to secure the sovereignty and the maritime
Teka, sir,
waters of the Philippines.
ihabol ko lang, ihirit ko lang Ate Bel, ano, merong gustong mangyari si Chief of Staff, General Carlito Galvez, sabi niya, dapat ang bawat sundalo makita na ang take-home pay dapat 15,000 a month, parang ganon. Kasi yung iba doon, mga nababaon na sa utang. So, paano natin susuportahan yung kampanya ni Chief of Staff?
Tama yung sabi ni Sir, nababaon sa utang. Pag tumaas ang loan ng loan, what we are doing now is to train yung mga bagong pumapasok sa amin na to help them in their financial management.
Yes.
The more you loan, the more na ibabaon mo yung sarili mo sa because they don't know. Pag nag-loan ka kasi, sinasabi lang nila 12% niya yan. But the effective rate niyan is around 30%.
Kaya
So, kung utang ka ng utang, we have to teach our personnel on financial management. Habang pumapasok pa sila, sabihin na natin huwag kayong mag-loan ng mag-loan. And so probably one program na pwede namin gawin, pagka after na ibawas yung loan tapos bababa yung sweldo niya sa 15,000, then we have to disapprove yung loan niya to ensure na 15,000
Pero
yung natira.
hindi rin matinitingnan yung possibility na bawasan natin yung ibang mga financial institution na connecta doon sa para kahit gusto nila mag-loan kasi wala na nun wala ka na pag-loan na
Hindi
Kasi
naman
nandyan sila
because
existing na sila.
kahit
pero-
nandyan sila, if
Yes.
you are responsible enough,
And discipline,
Okay.
yeah.
So,
maganda rin naman yung financial institution kasi the dividend is very high. So, wag ka lang umutang
so
ng
ang
utang.
guidance talaga nandun sa tao.
Yeah.
Pera niya yan, bahala siya kung paano nila. But we have to teach them
That's
Correct.
right.
how to manage their
Yes.
financial resources.
Okay.
That's true. Okay, sa lahat po ng mga nagbigay ng kanilang mga komento, nagpatid po ng kanilang mensahe, maraming salamat po. Alam nyo, I'm sure when he has the time, si Vice Admiral Empedrado ay mababasa ito. Pero ilan lamang po, sir, yung may mga nagsasabi na I love Philippine Navy, huya. And congratulations to the
Marines.
CRS VRTV and to Vice Admiral Empedrado for being the first salvo guest. It's the information is very timely. Napakagandang malaman ng ating Philippine Navy is taking the helm in maritime excellence as a country that has 7,000 plus islands. Mabuhay. And sabi ni Socorro Padaya, yes, umaasa nga po kami sa no graft and corruption sa Philippine Navy. And yon. Okay po. So mga kaibigan, bago po kami magtapos, ay nais po naman naming ihandog ang ilan pong memento para po naman sa ating panauhin. At syempre po, kami po ay sasamahan dito ng aming po na mga commander, si Major General Bienvenido Ardutuin Jr. and ang aming pong Deputy Commander, si Colonel Francisco. Sir, please join us here. At ayan po, para sa paghahandog mga kaibigan ng ng memento. Ayan po, maraming salamat. At ayan, kami po syempre nagpapasalamat. Ayan po sa pagbisita po ni Vice Admiral Empedrad bilang pinuno ng ating po namang Philippine Navy.
Tiyak na yan. Tiyak masusundan pa yan.
Ay, oo naman. Inaasahan po namin na ito ay masusundan. So, maraming salamat po, sir. Ayan po, meron pong okay, sila rin po ay meron din po silang
meron din sila.
Okay, so
kala
meron din.
Kala kayo lang.
Oo nga naman. Po. So mga kaibigan, maraming salamat po.
Sir, thank you very much, sir.
At,
mabuhay po kayo.
Yes po.
Salamat po, sir.
Sir, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much po. At mga kaibigan, ito po ang espesyal na pagtatanghal ng ating ang inyong Armed Forces Program. Antabayanan niyo po mga kaibigan ang mga susunod pang palatuntunan namin. Of course, kami po ay from Monday to Friday mga kaibigan, 8 o'clock in the morning hanggang alas 6 po ng gabi ang simultaneous broadcast ng DWDD at ng ating AFP Virtual TV. Kaya antabayanan niyo po ang mga palatuntunan dito. Simula po bukas, mapapanood nyo na yan, syempre partner. So maraming salamat po. Kami po ay nagpapasalamat sa marami po, thousands of you na nagparamdam po sa amin at sumubaybay po sa palatuntunan ngayong araw na ito. Ako po si Bella Satia, nagpapasalamat po sa inyo at syempre po sa ating panauhin. Once again, sir, thank you very much. We hope to have you again, sir, in the future. And partner?
Yes, partner. Muli, magandang hapon. Karangalan po namin na makasama ngayong hapon ang Vice Admiral at Flag Officer in Command ng Philippine Navy, and of course Major General Bienvenido Ardutuin Jr., si Colonel Francisco, at pagdalo sa atin din ni Major General Santos ng 7th ID. Magandang hapon. Ako po si Nick Lipana Echevarria.
At mga kaibigan, wag po nating kalilimutan, let us always pray for peace.
For a century and 20 years now, the Philippine Navy has consistently proven its worth as a dependable force, always ready in service of the Filipino people. From humble beginnings, our Navy has successfully gained its ground and continues to sustain its momentum towards becoming the Navy of the future, now under the leadership of the 37th Flag Officer in Command, Vice Admiral Robert Arugay Empedrad. Vice Admiral Empedrad is a proud member of PMA Sinagtala class of 1986. Aside from the formal education he acquired from PMA, he also studied other specialized courses. He completed U.S. Naval Staff Course at the U.S. Naval War College in Newport, Rhode Island, USA, Senior Strategic Leadership Course at the Defense Academy of United Kingdom in Shrivenham, Swindon, Riverine Warfare and Coastal Operations at Naval Education and Training Command in Colorado, USA, and Instructors Training Course, also in USA. He successfully commanded Philippine Navy vessels, BRP Felix Apolinario, BRP Abraham Campo, BRP Magat Salamat, BRP Iloilo, and BRP Dagupan City. He also successfully commanded Naval Task Groups 62.1 and 62.2, Naval Task Force 62, and Naval Task Force Seahawk which efficiently and effectively responded during the onslaught of typhoons Sendong and Pablo. He also occupied various positions of major responsibility in the Philippine Navy, among which are Chief of Staff of Naval Forces Eastern Mindanao, Director, Naval Operations Center, Assistant Chief of Naval Staff for Intelligence, and 2. Deputy Commander of Naval Intelligence Security Force, Assistant Chief of Naval Staff for Personnel, and 1. Deputy Commander of Naval Forces Eastern Mindanao, Commander, Bonifacio Naval Station, Commander, Offshore Combat Force, Deputy Commander, Philippine Fleet, and Deputy Chief of Staff for Reservist and Retirees Affairs, J9. With proven competency in his naval service, he was designated in various collateral assignments. Among these are membership and chairmanship of the different boards of the Philippine Navy and the chairman of Defense Acquisition System Assessment Team, which oversees the weapon upgrade of 3 Jacinto-class patrol vessels, acquisition of BRP Andres Bonifacio and Pohang-class corvette, and the frigate acquisition project of the Philippine Navy under the AFP Modernization Program. Vice Admiral Empedrad has imbibed and lived by the core values of courage, integrity, and loyalty, which had served as the cornerstone of his progressive military career. Above all these, he always trusts God in everything he does. Bob, known to his friends, is happily married to Blesilda, and they are blessed with Jalome, their only child. Today, as we celebrate our founding anniversary, the Navy Chief is laying down his guidance as the Navy continues to sail forward under his watch.
Central to the mandate of the Philippine Navy is the operational readiness of all fleet marine units. Along this line, we need to identify and execute the major final outputs and ensure they can accomplish any given mission.
On human resource development, the FOIC-PN intends to pursue our thrust of developing a stronger civilian workforce, rationalize officer manning, and improve enlisted personnel fill-up of frontline units.
The fields of specialization will have to gain more ground for us to be a truly professional organization. Shipboard and field assignments, plus operational duties on the frontline units of each field of specialization will be given utmost priority. Recruitment, training, capacity building, assignment, reassignment, and rotation of personnel will have to be anchored within each field of specialization. Our enlisted ranks will have to also focus more on their respective ratings and less on non-critical function that may be sourced out. I also want a shift in civilian employee capabilities from general human resource management towards specialization along the core function of the Philippine Navy.
The FOIC-PN also intends to capacitate the PN Reserve Force and develop it to mirror the active component, not only in organization, but more importantly in capability.
The seamless integration of the reserve and active force shall include training and mobilization in preparation for most likely scenarios where they will be utilized. The reserve force shall be employed as effective strategic communication agents to increase public awareness about the Philippine Navy.
On capability development, the upgrade program will focus on the total package that includes warfare, command and control, and support and sustainment systems.
The frigates will be a significant milestone in our history. It is the most modern and powerful ship of our Navy. So I want a systems approach as we prepare for their arrival in 2020. The Philippine fleet shall select and train projected crew, while the Naval Sea Systems Command shall ensure their readiness to operate and maintain major subsystems, machineries, more importantly, the weapon systems and sensors. The Naval Installation Command, on the other hand, shall ensure the availability of base support systems and integrated logistics support. The Navy shall also prepare for the arrival of the Pohang-class ship, and we shall continue upgrade programs for Jacinto-class and Del Pilar-class vessels and utilize them as transformational platforms for training and capacity building of our personnel.
On leadership, the PN aims for greater involvement of the PN senior leaders in the strategic management of the naval organization.
The Bible says, plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisors they succeed. And so I would like to regularly solicit the advices from former flag officers in command, Philippine Navy, former commandant of the Philippine Marine Corps, and subject matter experts in the field of naval warfare. We shall continue engaging our board of advisors and other well-meaning individuals. I also intend to continue with the regular leadership lecture series and strategic dialogues involving our internal and external stakeholders.
Vice Admiral Empedrad calls upon all members of our organization to be transparent in all undertakings as the first step in developing a climate of trust.
In line with the pronouncement of President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, graft and corruption shall have no place in the Philippine Navy. I want to have a transparent procurement system. In doing so, we have to continually educate our workforce on RA 9184, develop subject matter experts to handle the bids and awards function, and we shall capacitate the technical working groups members to be experts on their respective fields. The guidance that I just laid down to you will serve as pillar of my stint for 2018. It will be monitored to determine progress and improved as necessary. I enjoin everyone that your voice be heard and to contribute in making the Philippine Navy the organization we all can truly proud of. Happy anniversary and God bless us all.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz. Balita, impormasyon at musika. AM at FM pinagsama. Ito ang Katropa Radio. Iba tayo.
Kayo ay